Hey, everyone! You know what? The bird may not be the word, but Pan is definitely the man. And you know what? We're bringing you some interesting tidbits, and of course, we're going to talk about Thor Ragnarok because we do that sort of thing right here. Play that funky music!
Welcome to the Captain Fizz and Mask Guy show!
Wow, you actually had a little bit of excitement there.
I am Captain Fizz!
And of course, I am that local fellow, that Mask Guy.
So, tonight, we bring to you what we have not been able to finish on last episode. I went to go see Pan.
You went to see Pan, and ladies and gentlemen, just before we go in there, I would like to apologize. I got really excited before we went to the music, and apparently Captain Fizz wasn't very happy with me, and he beat me senseless for a minute.
For a minute. The fact that it only took a minute to beat you senseless is really disturbing. But anyways, yes, I went to go see Pan. Blackbeard is played by Hugh Jackman, and that's about as far as my knowledge of the acting staff is. And the fact that I know that Hugh Jackman is Blackbeard is only in part because Facebook told me so. I thought the movie was really good. The makeup was so wonderfully done that I actually didn't even realize that Blackbeard was Hugh Jackman, which is kind of disturbing since I am a huge Hugh Jackman fan. You know, Les Miserables, of course,
X-Men,
Wolverine, and a few other ones that I can't fully remember at this exact moment. Swordfish, yes, thank you, because everybody knows Swordfish.
I don't know, I just remember the movie because Halle Berry went off and did Full Frontal on that one, so...
Right, that is the only reason I actually wanted to watch that movie. But anyways, I went to go see Pan. I thought Pan was very well done. It was very unique. Definitely showed that, Captain Hook, Captain James Hook, and Peter Pan weren't always enemies. At one point, they were actually acquaintances. Sort of friends. Sort of. Maybe.
Sort of. Maybe a little bit, kind of, you don't know?
Yeah, maybe kind of, sort of.
Okay.
They also showed the origin of Peter Pan, of how he became leader of Neverland, and and he is spoiler. He is part fairy.
That makes a lot of sense.
He is the son of the fairy prince, and his mother is a human.
Alrighty then.
Used to be the lover of Blackbeard, or the wench, or whatever you want to call her. But no, definitely 4 stars, which, if you've heard any of our reviews, I rarely give a 4 or anything above a 3.
Yeah, you're pretty much of a prick when it comes to
I am
movies.
A movie prick. But at least I'm not a moving prick. There's my humor for the day. But no, it was a really wonderful storyline. I don't think that it's the last one. I do believe they've got one more before Peter Pan finally becomes Peter Pan. No, they announced him as Peter Pan. But they're still friends at the end of the movie, so there's definitely, explaining how they are no longer friends, and how Captain Hook loses his hand to the crocodile or alligator or thing with teeth.
Well, I haven't seen the movie yet. I'd definitely be interested in seeing it. I wouldn't be surprised Just hearing that little bit from you, that they might, somehow turn this into a trilogy.
I don't necessarily believe that it will be a trilogy. I believe it will be a duology.
That's a duology, I believe it
duology,
is.
Yes.
Duology.
I like my word better because my word is more Captain Fizz. And Captain Fizz is awesome.
Okay, so we are going to have to create the Captain Fizz is awesome dictionary.
And it'll only have one word.
So far.
Duology.
Duology.
Yes. Yeah. Instead of a trilogy or a fourlogy, it's a duology. Yes, I just created a second word. Fourlogy.
There we go. We got 2 words so far.
It's the Captain Fizz Dictionary. Coming to shelves never. Yes, coming to shelves never.
That's because it'll take too long to actually fill up a book.
I got 2 words. I got 2 words. That's more words than you got. So anyways, that's it for Pan. I've only once seen it. I really don't have much more to say. So now we are going to talk about the very next movie, which is something we are very excited for. You can't tell by our voice because I'm talking very monologue. Because it's fun.
It's fun.
Thor Ragnarok.
Woohoo! Ragnarok! Yeah!
Yeah. There's a lot of rumors about this movie. I don't know whether to believe them, jump for joy, or just hang my head in shame. The fact that I know what they're talking about, which proves I'm a bigger geek than I ever expected.
Well, absolutely. I didn't know a lot about Ragnarok myself. And then my good friends over at Chikara 101 were discussing a couple things. And Ragnarok actually came up. This would have been about almost 2 years ago that we had this conversation. And just this is, kind of like the Norse mythology version of Armageddon. It really is where pretty much everyone dies.
Yes, no, and it's going to be awesome. Apparently, the script done by Christopher Yost and Craig Kyles was so dark that they actually hired a comedy director just to bring a touch of lightness to the storyline, which is phenomenal. I don't understand why or how it could be too dark, but apparently they managed it.
Well, honestly, look at the source material. Ragnarok is a very dark story.
Yes, but see, if it's meant to be dark, how do you make something to be too dark that you need a comedy director just to bring lightness to it? It makes no sense. If it's meant to be dark, leave it dark. They are going to be including the Valkyries, which is a group of women who usher Norse warriors to Valhalla when they die.
Well, obviously, again, Valhalla is definitely a part of Norse mythology, so again, it makes sense that they would go off and bring in these characters.
Yeah, no, and I completely agree. I do like the fact that they're bringing the Valkyries. They're not confirming how many of them or anything like that, or who's going to play them or anything. They are being very secretive on a lot of it. A lot of rumors coming out, definitely. The big one, which I think is one that you and I are kind of really excited on how they're going to take it, which is definitely going to hopefully open doors in the future for more movies and whatnot, is that Mark Ruffalo, who plays the Hulk, will appear in Thor Ragnarok, but it will be in a very distant planet. And they have already confirmed that it will not be Asgard, and it will not be Earth. So basically, for all you fans listening to us right now, we are talking about Planet Hulk.
And if you are a Star Wars... What am I talking about? If you're a Marvel fan, please shoot me. I really mean, please shoot me. Star Wars on the brain all the time. Star Wars, Star Wars, Star Wars. But anyways, if you're a Marvel fan and you know what Planet Hulk is, you're probably wetting yourself, hearing that news if you haven't already heard about this already. Because this is Thursday, for crying out loud. So, this news has been around for like 3 or 4 days by now.
Yes, a few days by now, but you know what? Hey, Old news is better than no news. It's our job to inform people that Planet Hulk is possible.
Yes. Yeah, I'd be kind of interested in how possible it is. Again, we know that Universal owns the rights to, I think, at least one more Incredible Hulk movie.
Universal sucks.
Yes, they do. They really do.
But not as much as Fox.
And Fox, maybe we'll talk about a different time, but, pretty much they want to do the same thing with their X-Men characters that Star Wars is doing now. How they're going to go off, they're going to have, the, Star Wars 7, and then they're going to go off and do, Rogue Squadron, and then they're going to go off and they're going to do 8, and then maybe they'll do a lone movie of Boba Fett. And so Marvel's kind of talking about, they have a Gambit movie coming up. They're still, talk about that Gambit movie. Of course, we have Deadpool that's coming out next year, and X-Men, Age of Apocalypse, and...
With all the hype that was put into that Gambit movie, I'm really shocked on how quiet it has gotten.
That's because they lost a director. They're looking for a director right now.
I will go direct Gambit as long as they pay me in dineros.
In dineros?
Yes, in dineros.
You do realize dinero is just a Spanish word for dollar.
Exactly. Spanish dineros.
You don't want Spanish dineros, man. Seriously. Pesos aren't worth anything. Anyone who's listening to Mexico, I don't apologize. Your dollar is worthless. That's why you keep taking American dollars.
The American dollars are worthless too.
They're worth more than a Canadian dollar.
We have a Canadian dollar?
Apparently.
I've never seen one.
Well, you've seen the coin.
I've never seen a Canadian dollar. We do not make money up here. We get paid in snow bills.
That's why we go through money so quickly. They keep melting.
Yes.
And if you believe that...
You're about as gullible as our producers.
Then you will believe that we're moving the Rocky Mountains to Moose Jaw.
I thought we were moving the Rocky Mountains to Moose Jaw.
Shh! Don't tell anybody. Vote Rhino Party.
Vote Rhino Party. So we're gonna blow through our talking material thingamajigs really fast. I really like that word thingamajigs.
I get another word for the dictionary, bud.
Yes, thingamajigs. And it has to be pronounced like that. The drunken Irish accent. Thingamajigs.
Thingamajigs.
So anyways, in Collingwood, Ontario, and this is a very interesting tidbit. It's very important to me, considering I work with what he's building his house in. So I gladly donate you building material. Take all 18,000 of them. He is building what he calls an earth ship out of recycled tires. He's basically blending everything together to build a house of recycled tires to combat what we're doing to our environment, cutting down on bills, and pretty much looking stupid. I like the idea. I think it looks like crap. I don't know. We've seen a lot of unique ideas up in Canada because apparently we have nothing to do but sit and wait for things. We definitely have a lot of bills, so I guess making a house out of tires kind of makes sense. We got a lot of cars we can't drive because we can't afford the gas. So, steal the tires?
Well, the concept of Earthships is not necessarily new. I've watched several different shows where they've showed different Earthships everywhere. There's a house in particular down in California. It's made completely out of glass bottles, patched together with cement. I don't think any of these concepts will actually work here in Canada, where the weather can literally get to minus 40. And I'm not talking just Celsius, I'm talking about Fahrenheit. It gets that blinking cold up here.
Minus 40 Celsius and minus 40 Fahrenheit is the exact same thing.
Yes, but I am trying to go off and explain it for those people that still Stick to Fahrenheit.
But it's the